MCG, we get to attract investors and people come to our country, and it is all about themselves and the profits that they make. And they think ours is just to consume, they make money, they go home. But then, as Tara said, ours was to say this is an opportunity for South Africa to change how things have been done in the past. Of course, we haven't done that well in the previous revolutions. Hence we said, we're not going to miss it this time. The fourth industrial revolution must bring change, not just for government, but for the ordinary people of our country. And as he said, the first thing that we said, we have to make sure that we build a capable army that must respond to the threats, that must respond to the defense that our people need if we are to succeed in the revolution that we're talking about. And then we called for 1 million training of young people in the data science and related skills, because we realize the importance of having skilled people, that when you call for investors, they must come and utilize your own. But also that helps them to grow their profits. It has to have the South African and African character. And it can only have that when people know and therefore are equipped to say, this is how we think your product can respond to the challenges that you are facing, whilst people are deriving an economic value out of the services that are on that. Indeed, our engagements, I've visited the Net Academy, I've been wherever to say, you know what, we're talking about this of building the cyber force, but do our people understand how to play the game? We get excited, we get free Wi-Fi, we're rolling out this and that, but how safe are our people in the space? The first thing that we said, that we had to partner with CISCO, was to say, cybersecurity, we see you doing lots of work in that space. We've got to make sure that we partner with yourselves so that we can bring our people on board on how to play this game in the internet space as the cyber citizens. And indeed, we're proud to say we'll be signing, Stella, an MOU soon. We went all the way after the Global Citizens Festival. The boss was here of CISCO. We met, we had roundtable engagements with our former minister, Trevor Manuel. We were supposed to be joined by the president, but things happened. He could not join us. And we made sure that even if we miss it that time, when we go to Davos, we've got to meet and concretize the deal. Everybody there was looking forward to South Africa signing that official MOU with CISCO. We said, nah, we're not in a hurry. We don't want to work under pressure. We want to make sure that we know our story and we own it, so that by the time we sign on things that will respond positively to that we want to achieve as the country. And indeed, we outlined what we're thinking, President shared his thoughts, and then we engaged the boss and we said, let's come back home. Let's see. Let's have an analysis of what is that we have here at home, what is that we don't have, and where do we want to go to. Hence, we are saying we'll be signing the MOU. We're going to announce the details. Watch the space. As we talk about that, one of the crucial things, as I mentioned, in terms of driving the skills revolution, we had said, as you had President Ramaphosa, that we need to have an innovation center in each and every town. This revolution is one that requires people not to be given theory, but that requires people to be innovative and enhance their creative capacity. And the best way to do that is expose them to technology. Let them play the game. Let them see what value can they add. So when we came here, we were told that we are launching this Ed Center. We were so excited because we are finally, our people must get to experience the latest technologies so that they themselves can build up and say how we want to see things happening. As we talk of delivering the economic freedom that we talk about all times, that's one thing about our South Africa city. We put it into phases, this freedom. The first one was freedom, happy, we vote, we say whatever we want to say. It's actually more liberal than America, if you have seen, even our constitution, more democratic than everyone. Then now we're in the second phase of the revolution. That must translate into meaning in terms of changing people's lives, in terms of material conditions and economic conditions. And that's the phase that we're in of driving the economic freedom that we're talking about. In most cases, we tend to make it a rhetoric and a slogan. Ours was to say, how do you make sure that we pragmatize this economic freedom that we want to deliver for our people? And we said we can't do it as government alone. As you said in America that 50% of your GDP is contributed to by SMMEs. You spoke of Silicon Valley. That's one thing that we did. We went to Silicon Valley last year?
It was last year.
Last year, we brought our own team to say, what is it that we can learn from those that have traveled the journey already? Of course, not just going to America, checking with other countries to say, what is that we can take from America? What is that we can take from Korea? What is that we can take from other countries? What is that we can take from Rwanda and Kenya? Because in most cases, we leave Africa and go out, and they're great stories that are made in this continent. As we arrived in Silicon Valley, I remember we were so inspired. Of course, we have to be biased. When you meet lots of Africans that are doing this, and say, guys, you come from Africa. Oh, you here? Are you based in Silicon Valley? But what was important was the innovations they were driving. And as they were saying here, we're given an opportunity to enhance that we think about, to build from that ideation process to produce something that can change people's lives. And we got inspired. We said, oh, okay. We've got to make sure that we take certain things. And President, as we came back, President said, you do not need to go to Silicon Valley. You've got to build it here. Let the people of South Africa experience what the world is experiencing, them not having to go out, but then sit at where they are. That is why we said let's build the innovation centers in all towns. But most importantly, let's make sure that we enhance the capacity of the SMMEs. Was one of the challenges that we were faced with every time we engage with the industry. They would say, capacity. Hi, Deputy Minister, we want to, but the quality of our service, and. We were like, you speaking English? Oh no, this is complicated. But nevertheless, we had to find each other and try to understand when you say they don't have capacity, what is it that you're looking for? Hence, we said, let's meet with some of them to say, what are your requirements? Help us. Empower our people to meet the requirements that you want them to meet so that you can plow back to the country that is helping you make profits. And as I said, Stella has already told the story of CISCO. They came and bought it in when we said that. And we said it is compulsory that all big businesses that are getting business in government, they have to give at least 30% of businesses to SMMEs. We believe in a concept whereby as the big brother rises, let us make sure that he lifts the little brother. That's the spirit that we move with. Let's build this ecosystem together for the benefit of both of us, because if our SMMEs are thriving, our economy grows. And if our economy grows, it means you are making more profits, whilst our people also derive the economic spin-off. And therefore they get to be active digital citizens as we talk about themselves. Of course, we can't be talking about FOIA without driving digital transformation. We have Stella and his team at CITA that must make sure that government services are digitized. Now, have we built that digital society that must be able to respond to what government is doing and the private sector is doing? No, not yet. We're not there with Moses. But we are trying. Hence, we get happy when CISCO, the likes of CISCO, do this that they've done to say, let's take the SMMEs around KZN and let's give them an opportunity here. It will be them that will come with solutions that will solve South African problems. I don't want to expose the things that are going to be exposed to, but as I came, I saw something as they went through showing me what they can do. And I was like, oh, you can also act. Does it mean that as we're in a process of building digital classrooms, now we can be able to see those tags, you know, those tags that like destroying. You hear how God does his thing. As he wants to do good, there's that devil out there that wants to destroy the good that we want to see happening. And then we come as government, great policies and initiatives, and there's a tag there that leads to us being called corrupt and all that. But how do we make sure that we give people an opportunity to say, this is the goal that we can benefit. Tell us how can we be the best. We're good here, but we need to be the best. And this presents an opportunity to the SMMEs of this area. And yes, we're looking forward to rolling more of this throughout the country so that we can get more ideas and solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to say well done, CISCO. And yes, the ANC government loves you so much.